Spiffy Guy, and I'm out on another little mini adventure. Today we're just doing a day hike out at the Lewis and Clark Trail. I forget which one I'm doing, whether it's Lewis or Clark. Whoever the short guy was, that's the trail I'm on, because it's only 5.3 miles. But it's January 13th, and it's probably about 50 degrees. I'm wearing just a t-shirt and doing all right. So it's a real pretty day, not a whole lot of clouds in the sky. And I'll give you an idea of some of the terrain we're hitting. I'm about 1.5 miles. I'm 1.3 miles, I think. And I'm out here to break in some new boots. And I doubt you can even see these here beneath the mud. The trail is muddy. But these are the Keen Targhee IIs. They're, I believe they're lined with Gore-Tex. They're a waterproof shoe that will hopefully keep the water and mud out a little bit better than my trail runners here during the winter months. And that was kind of the plan behind them. Down here, that trail is the Katy Trail. Goes all the way from Mansions, Missouri to, I think it goes all the way to Kansas City. It's like 240 miles. It's an old train track. They've converted it to a trail. So anyway, it's about 9:30. I've got the circuit out here, and I was wearing the Grimace wind shirt and a little Tyvek wind shirt, but it's getting a little warm for that, and the wind's not too bad, so I took that off, and we're gonna keep cruising along here, busting in these shoes, and hopefully they fit good. So it's kind of funny. I came out here on Friday, so like 3 days ago, and there was 4 to 6 inches of snow on the ground. And I figured, oh, this would be a good way to test out the boots, and see how they're looking. So I get out here. I actually got stuck turning around to get to the parking lot. It took me 20 minutes to dig my Jeep out because it's not 4-wheel drive. So then I get here, I start hiking. I get about, 3/4 of a mile in, and it starts raining, which I figured that's fine. I could test out the Tyvek and see if, see how waterproof that thing is. And then it started lightning, and I figured, well, I'm gonna be up on these ridges, as you can see behind me. So I figured discretion is the better part of valor, so I headed home. But I did notice a little wetness on my hat, and I had the Tyvek hood up, and I also noticed that the Tyvek was a little wet on the inside of the shoulders, underneath the shoulder pads. So my concern is that the Tyvek is not going to be very waterproof. We'll have to do some more tests and see if it's certified good gear. But as a wind shirt so far, it seems pretty nice. I started the hike, with it on, and I was able to unzip it all the way down to really vent out my core, but still have it on my arms to help with any chill of the wind. I did sweat a little bit though. So how it compares to some of the other wind shirts, I don't know. I don't own them. I did own that Marmot Dry Climb wind shirt, but it had the liner in it, and so it was kind of warm anyway. But we shall see. That's why we get out. Check out this view though. Oh, there's birds out. Let's walk down here and we'll see what it's all about. I like this trail because it has a lot of ups and downs. It's also close to my house, which is really nice. You have the option of the 5.3 or an 8.2, or you could do them together and get a 13.5, which is pretty cool. A lot of ups and downs, so good training. But here you go. We'll pan you around here. Hopefully you can see. Now off in the distance there, those 3 smokestacks, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. That is a power plant. And right across from that is Klondike Park, and I've been there before. And you can see down here, give you an idea of the elevation that we got going on. We're up on the bluff for sure, and the river down there is moving. There was a lot more chunks of ice in it yesterday, but things are breaking up. This is gonna be one gorgeous, gorgeous day, and we're gonna keep cruising. Maybe we'll check out my Esbit stove. I got a new Esbit stove for Christmas. Maybe we'll stop. We'll see how much time I have. All right, time to hike. We're coming down into the valley. This area will fill with water when it rains really hard, and drains out into the river, which is the Missouri River right over here. So it'd be in the beginning of 2014. Everybody's got to set some goals, and I am no exception to the rule. I may die on these stairs. I don't know. Should we hold the camera and my tracking poles under my arm and walk on the snow and ice? I have to say that the Keen Targhee IIs, if I can continue to say the name of the product, do pretty decent in the snow and ice. They have some decent grip on it, and in the mud too, so far I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, 2014, we got to make some goals here. So I have set my goal with the 520 mile challenge. Incidentally, there's 52 weeks in the year, and if I hike 10 miles a week, which really is only 2-day hikes out here, then you know, I'll make my goal of 520 miles. Shouldn't be too hard. I encourage you folks to get out, set some mileage goals, create a spreadsheet and track it. That's what I'm going to do. Mainly because I wanted to make a spreadsheet and track how many miles and what sort of conditions I put on my footwear. I did not do that with my Brooks Cascadia 7 trail runners. And I've got a hole up here and in the side, and I don't know how many miles I have on them. I know typically you're supposed to get like 500 to 600 miles out of a pair of trail runners, and I don't know if I've got that or not. So there's the Katy Trail right down there. There is a on the Katy Trail over here, there's a little spur trail that comes off the Katy Trail and connects up to the long loop of the Lewis and Clark. I forget which one's which. There's a sign up here and it tells me. Anyway, rambling once again. But I would encourage you guys to set some goals and keep track of it on a spreadsheet, and you'd be surprised how many miles you can rack up. So far I have, I think I'll end up after this hike with 6 for the year, which is unfortunate, but it's supposed to be a very nice week, so maybe we'll get out here a couple times. Alright, so here's the sign I was looking for. So the Clark Trail is the 5.3 and the Lewis Trail is 8.3. I really think it's 8.2, but whatever. So that direction right there will take you out on the Lewis Trail and do the big loop, and then they meet right here with a nice little bench, and then you could head up this way, and this one is sort of a shared section until they split off up at the top. So it's kind of like a giant figure 8, honestly, on its side. But very beautiful out today. So we were talking about goals, and another thing I want to do this year is I really would like to do the full through hike of the river to river, and I need to kind of get in shape, which is why I'm out doing these things with a full pack. Anybody else would do a day hike with just a regular pack, but I'm an idiot and I use a full pack. And I want to do some more adventures down on the Ozark Trail. Those are pretty fun. I plan on going camping this weekend, so look for that adventure at some point. And I do have some new gear. I got a lot of DIY ideas that I'm going to work on, a couple stoves. So look forward to those. We're going to make some fun stoves and some other gear. So, and if there's any reviews or any overviews of gear that you've seen in my videos that you want to see, post up, let me know. I don't mind doing them. I use YouTube a lot to search out gear and just kind of get a better view of it. And I hope that with my videos I can do that and help somebody, you know, make a decision on a purchase. There's 2 squirrels out there chasing each other. There's a lot of squirrel activity today. I haven't seen many out, but today there's quite a few, so we're just gonna keep hiking. We're down in the valley right now, and we missed a bluff, last bluff cut off. I thought there was one more, so I probably won't check out my Esbit stove today, and maybe we'll check it out this weekend. I plan on bringing it on the trip. Quiet out here. I can barely hear the highway, which I'm now headed back towards. I can kind of hear an airplane up in the sky, but it's very quiet, and I like that. Well guys, we've hit the end of the trail. It's been 5.3 miles of mud, ice, a little bit of snow, and lots of sun, and I like that. I saw 2 trail runners, and that's about it. So nobody else willing to brave the beautiful weather and come on out. I appreciate you guys watching. I just want to say a big thanks to all the new subscribers and all the old subscribers too. I really appreciate you folks, you know, checking out my videos and giving me thumbs up and things like that, and asking questions. I like to get the conversation going, especially when it comes to gear and camping. So the big thing though, the big winner today on this hike is my gaiters. My pants would have been totally muddy were not for my gaiters, and tall gaiters at that. So be sure to add those to your gear wish list and keep your pants clean. So until the next time, I appreciate you guys watching, and be sure to subscribe, because there's a lot more videos coming up, and get out and have yourself your own adventure. Thanks. So it being 2004, wow, let's cut that.